again. Back at it. Phew. Month and a half. 2 businesses. Trying to get my drums and hubs done. Picked him up yesterday at the Wairika machine. They weren't drums on wrong. Had to be pulled apart. Left him there, came back a few hours later. Picked him up. Now I had paid him and gave him a tip and didn't get a receipt. Got home, noticed that they weren't pressed because they had wrapped them up. They had wrapped them up in, plastic and stuff, and you can't really see what's up. They hadn't been pressed. So I had to take them over to my buddy Terry's house, number 34. You know who he is. You've seen his hat. And he used a couple of portable impact wrenches and sucked them tight that way. And I got back home and noticed that one of the studs wasn't quite seated all the way in the bottom. So I broke out a breaker bar, a lug nut, a 13/16 socket, and a pry bar, and set out here in the yard with the pry bar keeping them from spinning, and just used the breaker bar to suck it tight. So now that my hubs and drums are here, and it's cost me $1,100, $640 of that in tips spread between 2 businesses, to have to end up beating them together and slamming them together ourselves. We got good businesses where we live. Okay, so what today is I got to take the springs and everything off. This wheel cylinder is already loose. This is the first one that I had the major problem with, that had the really bad drum. It's going to be sweet, man. Y'all see these drums. You will. So I'm going to take my springs apart, take this all apart, and clean it up. And I'll proceed over to the other side. And once I got them totally stripped down, I got all the new parts to put it back together. And so this is going to be day number 36. It's taking a lot more than that in days. Take my word on it, but my days are rated by the day that I do something. So this is day 36 of round 2. There we go. Hey, you ought to see those hubs and drums and all those new bearings, seals. It's me again, and Johnny gonna roll, baby. It's me again. Okay. Passenger side. Okay. I ordered a spring kit. They sent the wrong kit, obviously. This is a school bus frame with a pickup on it. So when they sent me the spring kit, it was for a half-ton truck. So the only thing I could do was use the hold downs. Had to buy the new little brake spring there that goes across on that bar, and use everything else that came with it, the original springs and everything. So new shoes, axle shafts, the housings are all clean, ready to rock. All I got to do is get them together. Yeah. But we're doing other things too. So both sides are already rocking, ready to go. All I got to do is drag the hubs out from inside the house in the closet, goop up some grease on those housings, put the drums and hubs on. What fun. But I'm in the middle of other things. My floor. That's been a month and a half. Right. Okay, so got those all ready to rock. I just have to get some grease. Here we go. Here we are on round 2, day 37, repair video 2. Okay, so new drums, new bearings, new brakes. Oh, and over here, new drums, new bearings, new brakes. Hey! Tube and gnarly grease. We're putting this together here right now. Okay, there we go. You'll see it all bolted up here when I'm done. That'll be video number 3, unless we have a problem, which I don't think I will. Hey kids, it's me again. Okay, this was a bit of a work. I had to take 2 inches out of that emergency brake cable because instead of replacing the brakes, he just kept adjusting his cable up and using his emergency brake to get down the hill here to the road. Nice guy. Okay, so hub on. Torque wrench says torque 50 to 60 foot-pounds, back off 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of a turn, 1/8 of a turn, which ain't much. It's like 1/8 of a turn would be like a notch here, move it to here. Okay, so but instead of going 50 to 60, you know, somewhere in that range, I split it 55. So we're gonna torquage. Yeah, I might even let you watch me torquage if I can get you to sit someplace, huh? Yeah. I got this little funny board there that we're laying in my floor in the house. Well, we were until I fired him again this morning. I'm tired of it. All right, now, so I don't know if you'll see my. Oh yeah, you can kind of see me. Okay, cool. I'm pulling rag, grabbing torque wrench. Yeah. Had to buy a special socket. You could rent it, but it said you had to have it done within 24 hours. That wasn't going to happen with the people I had working on my parts. Okay, so we get it in the grooveola. Click. That's 55. That's 55. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to find where that little 1/8 of a turn is going to be. And my guess is going to be, as soon as we find that little hole, there we go, we're in the slot. Now, where the angle it's at, I'm going to put it right straight up. That's going to be my 1/8 turn back off. No, not catching it. Oh, it did. Oh, well, I guess I went a little too far, huh? Well, so we're going to go back to it again. And we're going to make that 50. Click. Undo. Back off. I'm going to go with that. Now it says to rotate it, make sure it spins. I think it does. Just barely dragging the brake too. So that's where we're at. Now all we got to do is put the little ring on. Little ring. Ain't that a sweetie? Well, how much you want to bet we're going to have a problem with this little thing? Huh? Yeah, we're gonna have a problem. So, time to turn you off, because I'm gonna be verbal here in a few words, because this is gonna be a nightmare. Okay, bye. As soon as I find that button to turn you off. You know, I'm out here in the light looking for a little funny arrow.